I'm Jed Palmer. I'm the sound designer and composer on Howling Like a Wolf. I do anything that's to do with sound, really. Like my life revolves around my ears, and that takes careful management.
Armed with electrodes, one would be able...
I do most things
like
fairly instinctively.
herself.
Like I'll just sort of do it until it feels right. What I was really interested in at the start of the process was because of the subject matter of the show, the scientific aspect of it, I had a look at a thing called the BBC Radio Workshop, which was a department of the BBC which was responsible for creating any music that was associated with the BBC, whether it be radio or television shows or whatever. They weren't using musical instruments, they were using tape machines to create music. They were making tape loops. There's probably 3 layers in it. There's probably sort of an underbelly of vibration, like lower frequency stuff. I guess you could call that the darkness, the underlying sounds of blood. That was one of the things that I was thinking about, the sound of information or blood moving through a body.
I'm Zoe Barry, I'm the director of Howling Like a Wolf. We came from a starting point of looking into the history of scientific research into non-verbal communication, going right back to how we analyse faces, reading facial expressions, body language, and then we looked into the brain processing that is involved as well to make sense of these things. So we looked at theory of mind and mirror neuron theories, and we looked at micro-expressions, and we got into lying and flirting, and we really started to broaden out where we were looking, and that took us on great tangents. Like we've got a section in the show that's about Meryl Streep because she's so great at being in control of her face. We've got a section of thriller in the show which beautifully captures this idea of a really lovely human, innocent quality of 2 people on a date, and then something goes terribly wrong and one turns into a zombie or a werewolf or changes form. The influence that individual performers had on the process was really strong. If a performer really connected to a particular theme or idea or motive, I really let them run with it and lead the others in that way. And it works really well with this particular set of performers because a lot of them have really interesting obsessions, and a lot of them fitted in with this show really well because we have a bit of a wolf theme throughout the show. And so if one of the performers got obsessed with something, I just let them run with it as far as possible and then tried to get it into the show, which allowed for some interesting tangents. So the show does go off on some really strange pathways, and then we pull it back in.
Happiness, sadness.
I discovered how many expressions a face can make. Sometimes I put a needle through the skin of my face to electrically stimulate and contract the muscle producing an expression.